Connect Show. Power Connect. Power Connect Show. Power Connect. Power Connect Show. Your reliable program that gives you all the information you need to know about the power sector, professionals in the industry, electrical products, government agencies, the stakeholders, and many more. Power Connect Show.
It's another beautiful Wednesday, and it's another beautiful edition of your program. I know you are itching to have us, and we are itching to have you as well. You are welcome to your ever delightful, ever exciting, ever interesting program, the Power Connect Show. Of course, the station has never changed. The station remains 102.7 Niger FM, and you know what? My name too has not changed. I've not done any change of name. Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke is the name. And one thing you are always sure of is I will never come alone. There is always a brother from another mother, my co-anchor, like no other. Banji Busari, BB. Banji, before you talk, I did hear something. Oh, I just heard that someone has just become the latest grandpa in town. Could that be you? I just heard that as a rumor. Could that be you?
ABC, that's the grace from the top, from the highest, from the heavens. Thank God I've joined the league of the grandpas in the country.
Okay. So,
and here I am, Banji Busari. I have a granddaughter.
I hope,
and I'm thanking God for that.
I hope Osam is not listening, so that I won't tell you to come and watch for him. Okay.
All right. So it calls for celebration anyway.
So
my name is Banji Busari, and I'm glad to be here. We are entering the ABC. Do you know that in the next 2 days we'll be entering the last month of the Ember month
of the Ember month,
and
we'll the last month of the year.
Last month of the year, and we'll be counting days towards Christmas. I can't wait to have Christmas this year.
Just as I can't wait.
Day,
anyway,
and then
the program, anyway,
my name is Banji Busari, and I'm glad to be here.
The program,
this is a fresh edition.
The aircraft of the program is right on the runway, ready to fly. 10,000 feet above disturbance level. Just stay tuned, sit back and relax. But we'll be back after this timeout.
Dear Ogbonge Eco Disco customer, abeg make you go our website www.ekedp.com/sts and enter your current meter number to check whether your meter qualify to upgrade to the STS2 version. If your meter qualify, we go holla you back. But if you not qualify, you fit apply for new meter and the EKEDC go return the meter money to you over time. If you experience any wahala, abeg make you contact our customer experience team through the email or phone wey we provide. This na public service announcement from EKEDC. EKEDC. Now we dey empower the quality of life.
Yeah. You are welcome back. We are in that season of the year that is, we call the dry season. And you know that each season of the year is noted for different things. And that is what we want to look at in today's edition of the program. We are always here, for your interest. Always looking at issues that bother our listeners, and that is what we'll be doing today. But before I even talk about the topic at all, let's listen to this narration. Each season of the year comes with its own issues, challenges, or hazards. The rainy season, for example, is associated with such problems as rainstorm, flooding, water blockade of roads, collapse of weak buildings, and other challenges that come with the season. On the other side of the coin, the dry season comes with dusty environment, excessive heat, water scarcity, agricultural losses, and others. Another major problem of the dry season is constant fire outbreak. However, with proper management, care and precautionary measures, many of these season-related problems can be avoided. In other words, it is not so much of the season, but the attitude and general disposition of people that will determine how much of the challenges and hazards associated with a particular season that will be experienced during that season. Therefore, as the dry season approaches and the risk of electrical fire accidents becomes so high, it is necessary for us to pay attention to what we can do to prevent avoidable electrical fire accidents. This is the focus of today's edition of Power Connect Show, as we clinically dissect and analyze causes and solutions of electrical fire accidents in homes and business premises during the dry season. Please sit back and enjoy.
Dear esteemed customer, Eco Electricity Distribution Company, EcoDisco, hereby advises you against careless attitudes in your daily usage of electricity to avoid electrocution. Electrocution is the passage of electrical currents through a human body, resulting in death. EKEDC therefore advises you to be extremely careful when using electric gas cookers, microwave ovens, washing machines, irons, and so on when plugging in your TV, radio, DVD players, and stereo sets. Do not tamper with or attempt repairing your meter if it develops a fault. Invite a qualified electrical engineer. Also, this rainy season, to avoid electrocution or untimely death, be careful not to step on naked electricity wire or engage in any trading or business activity under high tension wire. For any electrical issues you have, call our customer care line on 0708 067 1170 and 0700 123 5666. EKEDC, empowering the quality of lives.
Oh yes, you're welcome back. It's still Power Connect Show on Naija FM 102.7. ABC has actually laid the foundation for today's edition, and you heard him very well. We're talking about your safety. Yes, your interests are a great concern on this program. Yes, fire incidences are not limited to the ember months or dry season alone. It's all year round incidents. But we are particular about electrical appliances related fire incidents. That's incidences of fire induced or caused by electrical appliances or cables or anything in your residence. That's our concern today. Yes, this incidence is always on the increase during the dry season. ABC.
Yeah.
You hear that, there's a cable got burnt or something happened, and this preponderance of these incidences are always on the increase during the dry season. Why is this so? I like to know.
Well, you know that fire, like we have said, you know that it's more common, much more common during the dry season and it has to do with heat. You understand?
Heat,
because
okay.
fire and heat, they go together. You understand? Heat always, induces fire. It causes it. And because, the appliances or the environment is already hot, it only needs little prompting during this dry season for fire to break out. And that is why it is very, very necessary that we take extra precautionary measures during this season when we are using electricity, because electricity itself is it also generates its own heat. And the care we are supposed to take during this season is supposed to be much more. Of course, we are supposed to be very careful all year round, but because of the heat that is already, that is in the atmosphere right now, during this dry season, we need to take extra caution.
Now, let me chip this in. I'm aware that heat it can be a great inducement for fire during this season. But when you spoke about precautionary measures. I'm wondering, shouldn't the precautionary measures have started long even before the dry season? For instance, I'm aware, due to our discussions on this program, the enlightenments we have provided, some cables are more fire resistant than others. Now, should we actually start the precautionary measures from ensuring that the cables that we use in our homes are more of fire resistant nature than others?
Yes,
some are susceptible to fire than others.
Yes, you are right. You are supposed to have started that preventive measure, much earlier than now. But why you need also to now take, extra caution, extra measure, extra preventive step now is because, like we have said, because this, if you, during rainy season, the way the atmosphere or your appliance will quickly react. You understand? It's much less than it will do now, because now is the time for you. Let's talk about the steps that now is the time for you. Yes, you may have been doing that, but now you also need the first step you even need to take.
You're talking about the precautionary
measures now. The first thing you even need to do now is to inspect your installation to see, whether, because wear and tear, just like any other thing, also happens to the conductors. Your conductors, your plugs, your outlets.
In other words, they have lifespan.
They have lifespan. And so
and
you
they
need to
wear out.
And they corrode.
They corrode, okay.
Because current passes through them, and electricity carries it. So because electricity carries it and it corrodes. So these things, they wear out. And when they wear out, when they wear out during rainy season, because the atmosphere is cooler, it may not immediately cause fire the way it will during dry season. So now is the time for you to check your outlets, your electrical outlets, to see that the plugs are okay, there is no breakage, there is no corrosion on the conductors. You need to do that. And when
I'm wondering because the way you spoke, does every resident, every person that uses electricity have the competence to actually inspect, check out, or we require the assistance of
yes.
Of LECAN members?
No. But you see, the thing is that you will know, you will see, you understand, if a conductor's insulation has peeled off. The insulation is the covering. You understand? Every conductor must have an insulation, that is the covering, that which you use to cover it. As the insulation peeled off, if the insulation has peeled off and you are seeing that this wire is naked, okay. You understand?
So that's the language that will be understood by our listeners. Now the wire is naked.
You understand? It is naked. At least you can see. You don't need an expert to tell you that this wire is naked.
Okay, let me also be
curious. Is that, but in replacing, when the wire is naked, you need to replace. But please don't replace by yourself. If you don't have knowledge of electricity, don't replace by yourself. Call an expert to say, I have noticed that this wire is naked. I also give another example. If you look at at the meter point, you will get to the meter point. Especially some old meters, they are placed on a plank. You understand? On a wooden, on a wooden plank, and you will even see that some, some, because of it, the plank has already burnt, becoming black. That is danger. You understand?
Okay.
That is danger. Call an expert immediately to come and replace that. This thing, I don't want it this way.
I spoke earlier on about some cables that are less fire resistant. Now, in times like this, during dry season, you may also want to know, how do I detect the ones that are susceptible to fire incidents during this season? Maybe, for instance, by the time you installed or you wired or you moved into the house, the contractor or whoever did the job may have done a half-assed job by bringing all manners of cable. There are so many of them in the market. Now, how do you ensure that in the season like this, that particular cable may not, or may actually...
It is even very simple.
How do you know? How do you detect
very simple. You see, some of these things, they give us signs. You understand? It gives us signs.
How?
For example, if a particular point is always giving you problem, tripping, cutting off. Let me use that language. It is always tripping, always cutting off your supply, and you do something, it comes back again, or it is always bringing out smoke, and you switch it off, you switch it on again. It is telling you that this thing is dangerous. Don't manage. You understand? Once a particular point or mains outlet is giving you, is always trip. When you plug it, there will be some sparks. You manage it, it works again.
Okay, the meter you spoke about the other time, the meter may not be replaceable. I mean, too soon.
You are not replacing any meter.
Now, where
you are
you see
replacing.
the
You are
plank,
looking at the connection. You are looking. You are not the meter, and yet nothing may be wrong with the meter yet, but the connection. You understand? That is because of the heat being generated. You may find out that the heat has generated so much heat that the plank is getting burnt gradually. The meter may not be the issue.
Okay, let's move on now. Now in the house. Let me find out if there are devices that can be installed to actually help detect or maybe to prevent incidents of fire. There are so many devices.
There are so many devices that you can use. You understand, in the house and in the premises. You have smoke detectors.
Okay.
You have fire alarm. You understand? You have smoke detectors. You have fire alarm. That once the smoke detectors, what they do is that immediately there is smoke anywhere and it senses it, it comes up and notifies you that there is danger in the house, so that you know. And these things, they don't actually cost a fortune as our people think.
They don't. I was coming to that because cost is a factor here. Now let's pause a little to actually invite our listeners to, as sweet as this talk is more for them. Let them ask questions. The number to call on this program to ask, to make inquiries or to seek information about how to prevent fire during this season. Number is 081-8212-0734. Let me repeat. 081-8212-0734. You can also send us WhatsApp messages. 081-001-30349. Let me repeat. 081-001-30349. Yes, be part of this program. We do not want any fire incident during this season, at least for our listeners.
Yes.
That's our goal. Yes. That's our target for this edition. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll be okay. Before the calls come in, ABC, let me ask, what are the appliances that can be used to protect?
Yes, we have talked about the smoke. We have talked about smoke detectors. You also need to ensure that all your appliances and distribution points are well fused. What is it's like we have what is fuse? Fuse is like a gate man. The fuse for your appliances is like a gate man.
So instead of the appliances being burnt,
so it will cut off supply. Yes. Okay, it's like we have someone online.
Okay, let's receive this call. Hello, who is on the line?
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Someone online. Okay, let's receive this call.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, let's meet you. What's the name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, you are calling from where?
From where?
Tollgate.
Okay,
maybe she intended to call somewhere. Okay, as I'm saying, are there ways we can use our appliances to prevent them from...
I was talking about fuse. You understand?
So instead of the appliance being burnt, it's the fuse.
It's the fuse that will, get caught and it will cut off supply.
Someone else is on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, let's meet you. Hello. We've lost that person as well. So please continue.
Yes. So the fuse acts as like gate man that will not. You see, when the voltage is too high for the appliance, you understand, or for the whole premises, the fuse will cut it off, ensure that you and the fuses they have ratings. They have different ratings. Ensure that you use the right fuse rating for your appliances. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Something must be wrong with our line today. I don't know why
hello.
they're not getting across.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
hello. Sorry, who is on the line?
Hello.
Yes,
hello,
you are on.
Good evening.
Hello.
You are on. You can talk.
Hello, we can hear you. Emmanuel.
Yes.
Okay, you are welcome.
Yeah.
This is Power Connect Show, 102.7 Nigeria
Emmanuel has
FM.
not made up his mind to be part of this show.
Okay, or maybe it's the line that is actually not cooperating today.
So you were saying is the fuse. The fuse must be commensurate.
Yes, the fuse
with the appliance.
Yes. Okay, hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. I'm calling from Apapa Sunrise.
From
Apapa Sunrise.
Okay, Apapa Sunrise. Okay,
Apapa Sunrise.
So
Okay.
what's your contribution?
Okay. In my side, it's not like that fire. It's worrying.
Hello, please. Hello, can you come up again?
I can hear you.
Yeah, what did you say? What did you said something about your area?
About fire.
On my side, is anytime that we feel like, so the person is not going to recharge it all. If you don't recharge half and keep half, and anytime that light gives us like this now, this man is going to is going to recharge half of the light and leave half. And when light comes, sometimes it's our side of light, and
that's
not going to have light.
Beg your pardon. That's an internal issue. I think it can be resolved amongst the people that are using the light to find out why it's not recharging for everybody or recharging.
That's an internal issue. We are talking about safety, prevention of fire accident, especially electrical fire accident during this dry season. So please, if you want to ask questions, you want to make contributions, please let it be along this line. We are actually concerned about your safety. Okay. Hello. Afternoon.
Yes.
This is Power Connect Show. You are welcome.
Okay, let's look at this. I'm also, I don't know if the person is right. Now, I'm also bothered about people who leave their appliances on. And maybe, forgetfully anyway, when they are embarking on journeys. Now, what are the implications of people who negligently leave their appliances on, fridge, freezer, television, and all of that?
You see that in our intro to this topic. The intro says that it is not so much of the season, but the attitude and general disposition of people that actually causes accidents, that are associated with particular seasons of the year. Okay. You understand? Fire accident, for example, we say it's higher during the dry season, but it is not dry season itself that causes fire. It is our attitude, like what you have just mentioned now. Someone forgets to switch off his appliance, you understand, and leaves home, travels out. It is not, but of course it will quickly ignite fire during this. But like HSE experts will tell you, health safety and environment experts will tell you that accidents don't just happen. They are caused by humans. So
they are caused by humans. Now, our listeners, please let us share your experience. Have you been a victim of this kind of negligence before, or have you had experience of fire incident during Utah season like this, and what actually caused it? And let's share your experience. Others may learn one or two things from your experience. So talk to us on this program. It's for you. It's for the safety of all our listeners. So let's share your experience. It's the number is 081-8212-0734. We are discussing safety. That's incidents of fire during Utah.
Someone is on. Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm calling from Ibadan.
Oh, okay.
Ibadan.
Okay, good.
Yeah, your name, please, and
nice to know
your,
that someone
your
is
contribution.
listening to us all the way from
So,
Ibadan.
I've almost been a victim.
You have always been you have almost been a victim.
Yes.
How did it happen?
So it's like a naked wire, water poured on it, and water was on the floor. And so when I step on the water, it's a shock.
Did it happen during dry season?
Yes.
Okay, so please be more careful next time.
Anyway, whatever the season of the year it happens, water is a conductor of electricity, and once you pour water on the floor and there is an electrical outlet there, you understand, it will cause electrocution. So our people should be very, very careful. In fact, maybe at some maybe in some other episode of the program, we will talk about how you can also guard against you suffering electrocution by ensuring that you are well insulated when you are using electricity or some electrical appliances. You should get yourself insulated.
All right, as we coast home on this edition, now let's give some tips that are required. Let's round up by giving some tips to people. To guide them as reminders during this to avoid or to prevent incidents of fire.
We have talked about checking your electrical plugs, outlets, to ensure that they are in perfect condition during this season. And one other thing that we also need to do is that our appliances must not be overstretched during this season. For example, this is not the time to switch on your blender, because blender uses coil. And coil, has a limit, because when it becomes too hot, you understand, the coil can catch fire.
You're talking to our women now.
To our women. So this is not the time to switch on your blender and leave the kitchen. The blenders are not even supposed to work for, most of them, they say they are not supposed to work for more than 3 minutes, and you turn them off, then you let them rest and then start again. But when you now switch it on and you walk away, you are inviting fire. So these are some of the things. Even our fridge or freezer, how do we position them? Your freezer is not supposed to be positioned too close to the wall, that there will be no ventilation, for it. Because it will generate heat. The compressor can get too hot, and then fire starts.
You seem to be talking to people who manage a room, husband, wife, children, and the fridge or the freezer.
Not only.
Is inside
No. Even you may even have so much space, but you don't know how to position your appliances.
Okay.
Some people will position it so close to the wall. You are supposed to leave some space so that there will be ventilation for those appliances, and you don't overstretch those. And some appliances, they need to be used with very good, if you are with ventilation. So anyway, we do not have time today. I can see that our producer is already telling us that our time is running out. So, but I want to believe that the little we have said today, we will continue some other time, because safety is key.
Your safety is of great concern to us. Now, that's why we have dedicated the whole edition to the issue of fire incidents. And I tell you that one thing or the other must have been learned in the last 30 minutes. That's our package today. My name is Banji Busari. We'll be entering next week. We'll be entering this Christmas season.
Yeah.
Christmas would have started there. I know Osam would start rolling the Jingle Bell. So that's the season of the year that everybody is always looking forward to.
I am Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke. It's been a sweat time with you today, and I can't wait to have another one with you next week. Till then, bye for now.
Public service announcement from a coal electricity distribution company.
oníbàárà Èkó Disco wa pàtàkì jọ̀wọ́ lọ sí www.ekedp.com/sts kó o sì tẹ nọ́mbà mítà tó ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ síbẹ̀ láti mọ̀ bóyá mítà rẹ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti sún sókè sí ẹ̀dà STS2. Tí mítà rẹ bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ a ó tún padà kàn sí ọ, àmọ́ tí kò bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ o máa nílò láti forúkọ sílẹ̀ fún mítà tuntun. EKEDC á sì dá owó mítà rẹ padà fún ọ láàrin àkókò díẹ̀. Tó o bá ní ìdojúkọ kankan jọ̀wọ́ kàn sí ikọ̀ ìrírí oníbàárà wa pẹ̀lú email tàbí nọ́mbà fóònù tá a pèsè. Ìkéde fún gbogbo ará ìlú yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ Èkó Disco. EKEDC àwa là ń fi agbára fún ìgbé ayé ẹ̀dá tó yanrantí.